Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Once after attending Shivratri in Varanasi, maybe 4 5 years before, that night I had to observe fast because everybody was observing, no choice. Then next day, we drove to Prayagraj for the holy dip. We finished our bath. And by the time we were coming back to Allahabad, to Varanasi, it was almost 10:30, 12 o'clock like that, and I was very hungry. I cannot stand hunger. So I told my friend, come on, give quickly food, let's go to some hotel. It was raining very badly. And finally, we found one good hotel and we are going. Because it was raining, so I took out my khadav in my hand and wanted to step by step climb, otherwise I may slip down. So one gentleman came and he took the khadav from my hand with the umbrella and slowly led me to the hotel. And then we sat for lunch. I told him, I don't know who you are, but thank you very much. Now today you will be my guest for lunch. He said, Swamiji, this is my hotel. Then I told him, I am your guest. And then he said, I have been listening to you and I follow your principle of Mauj mein raho, be happy. I am very happy. Now what next? I do not know many times when I say something why I say, I don't know. I told him, you are happy, good. What about your people at home? Your wife, your children? Immediately the tone changed. He says, Swamiji, why you are asking this thing? I said, I don't know. I am asking. Swamiji, they don't understand. They got all the complaints and frustration and all that. I said, then you are happy is not right. See, I am happy at the cost of others. That is not happiness. That is not being happy. See, friends, if I have come from a flower market, the fragrance will come out of me. If I come from a fish market, the smell will come out of me. See? So being happy is not a self-centered existence. We have to be with everyone at home. Then that is being happy. And this is what is called as meditation. Bhagavad Gita tells this topic. When in the second chapter, Bhagavan Krishna praised buddhi, intellect, understanding, wisdom. He said not once, twice, but in 4 5 verses, 8 9 times he told, one after another. Krupanaha phalahetavaha buddhi yukto jahatiha ube sukrita dushkrute tasmad yogaya yujjasva yogaha karmasu kaushalam karmajam buddhi yuktahi. In this manner, he went on praising buddhi, 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 intellect, intellect, intellect. And ultimately, he said, Yada te moha kalilam buddhir vyati tarishati tada gantasi nirvedam shrutam veshe shrutasya shruti vipratipannati yada sthasati nischala samadha vachala buddhi tada yogam avapsasi. You have heard a lot, Arjun. You have heard so many things. And as a result, we have ended up in all confusion. Shruti vipratipanna te buddhi. Your understanding, because you have heard so many things. Sometimes they say you should follow the Ekadashi. If you don't do Ekadashi, you will go to hell. Sometimes they say you should get up early in the morning. Sometimes they say you should do the charity. Sometimes they say do the meditation. And we get so confused. Shruti vipratipanna te buddhi. And therefore, we end up in a confused state of mind. See, my friends, life has to be lived holistically, not only a part of it. It happened once, there was some big machine, a paper making machine, huge one. They imported from Germany. It happened in India, installed. And thereafter it started, within a month or so, it stopped. So what happened? What happened? Nobody knows. And when every day's work was over, the janitor will come, clean everything and throw the garbage which is on the floor is a garbage. And the machine stopped. So they had to phone to the German person. He came all the way and he found out there is one small screw which was missing. So he said, this is the part number, we have to get it. And then it will start. So he got that screw and the machine started. So when I saw that particular thing, what I have learned from it, when that small little screw, when it was on the floor, all alone by itself, without association with the machine, it was a garbage. That screw, a identity, place in the totality of the machine is a valuable thing, is it not? Therefore, our individual existence is always dependent on the totality. We cannot neglect totality. We have to be in tune with ourselves and also in tune with the world. Otherwise, spirituality will mean being selfish. I don't care for the world. As long as I get to eat, I eat it. Others don't get, who cares? No, that is not spiritual life. See, friends, and therefore, buddhi yuktahi, we have to have clear understanding. Without understanding, when we do something, it becomes only a mechanical thing. And with understanding, when we do something, it becomes spiritual practice. See? Like in the morning class we have seen today, we are told to do the japa. And we do it mechanically. And what is our complaint? Whenever I sit for doing japa, the mind runs here and there. But what is the purpose? Why it is being done? Why it is told? Who is benefited by chanting Lord's name? Is the Lord benefited? Then why are we doing it? So unless we have clear understanding, and after having the clear understanding, when we do something, then it becomes a real expression of divinity through us every moment. Otherwise, it becomes only a mechanical thing. See, friends, it is something like one person was told, hey, you go to that five-star hotel, see their menu, such a lovely food, you will enjoy it. He went, saw the menu, read it, by-hearted it, took the pictures, came back. Hey, yaar, I went there, nothing happened. Did you order and eat the food? No. Only by reading the menu, hunger is not satiated. We have to have clear understanding as to why certain things are done. So morning we have seen, we don't suffer because of thoughts. We suffer because of the flow of thoughts. And the flow, when it becomes very virulent, when it becomes very powerful, we are carried away by that thought. Then where we should be, there we are not. What we should be, that we are not. When we should be, then we are not. Now observe this in your own personal life, even now in this lecture. See, out of the 75 minutes normally I talk, out of 75 minutes, how many minutes you sincerely listen completely? Because the mind runs here and there. So the problem is not that of the thoughts. The problem is the force, the flow of thoughts. See, friends, water doesn't kill anybody, rivers don't kill anybody, it is the flow of the waters. Exactly the same way, our flow of thought has to be arrested. And this is what we all do by different techniques. One is called as chemical meditation. Take a booze and the mind is gone. That is not. And therefore, we are told that the japa sadhana is done so that you are able to arrest your thought flow. They are like the speed breakers on the road. When the road is beautiful, straight, no disturbance of any kind, you start driving the car. After some time, because you have no attention required, put it in a cruise and it goes straight away. After some time, you get a lullaby. Then suddenly in between, there are speed breakers. We get, it's okay now. Exactly the same way. Hold on to these Lord's, whatever mantra you are chanting, for this purpose. When you are driving a car, your mind is running here and there, immediately start whatever mantra you are chanting. Arrest, give a speed breaker so that the thoughts do not carry us away. Therefore, Shruti vipratipannati yada sthasate nischala samadha vachala buddhi tada yogam avapsasi. Then you have attained the real yoga, that the divinity is experienced by us in and through every experience. Now the question comes, what is that because of which we are unable to recognize our own divine experience? What is that? This was the question which was asked by Arjuna. When Bhagavan has praised the steadiness of wisdom is the most important spiritual experience, Arjuna asked these questions. 4 questions he asked. Sthita prajnasya ka bhasha, samadhistasya keshava, sthita de kim prabhasheta, kim asita, vrajeta kim. 4 questions. When these 4 things are sorted out properly, we will come to know what is the meaning of experiencing divinity every moment in our life. And this we have to ourselves discover. Nobody can tell us. So in reply to that, Bhagavan Krishna tells. His first question was, what is the meaning of meditation, samadhi, for a man of steady wisdom? So what is understood by Arjuna? Most important thing. Steadiness of posture is not important. Steadiness of wisdom is important. We have to be steady, wisdom-wise. Then the question comes, who is a wise man? Bhagavan says, Gatasu na gatasuscha nanu shochanti panditaha. Wise man is the one who is not miserable when somebody dies or when somebody doesn't die. Ignorant people are miserable for both the things. When somebody dies, they are feeling bad. Oh, he should not have died. But that old man, he should have died. He is not dying there. So ignorant people are miserable for both the things. When somebody dies, they are miserable. When somebody doesn't die, they are miserable. Wise man is never miserable. So Arjuna's question was, if steadiness is so important, then what is the meaning of the samadhi? Samadhi, all the people keep on talking. Do samadhi, do meditation. What is that? And how it can be achieved? And what is the real meaning of samadhi? This was his question. If we understand his question, then you will see the divinity is expressing through us. We are experiencing that only. Now Bhagavan says, Prajahati yada kaman sarvan parthamanogatan. First step to experience divinity. Living at a zero desire level. Now what is the desire? These are very subtle points. We have to understand them clearly. What is the desire? To understand this, let us take some example. You must have had some time in your life, I had. Once I was going somewhere barefooted and one thorn has gone in my foot. So that time I felt, oh God, it's so bad. But we have to go hurriedly. Otherwise, those rocks were falling. This happened on our way back from Kedarnath to Rudraprayag. And it was raining also and some rocks were falling. Bus, car cannot go. So a big patch we have to run. So everybody was running. Small place, only one person at a time can run. So in that hurry we ran and one thorn has gone to my foot. Now either you look at there or let it, something hit on your head. So I ran. And after some time I forgot about that. I may forget, but the foot didn't forget. Then after some time, there was a kind of a pain. Then there was some swelling. Then it became more painful. Then I had gone to the doctor. I said, hey, what it is? He said, my God, such a big thorn. How don't you know that? I said, I didn't realize it. Now be attentive. Thorn is a foreign body which has entered the foot. When the foreign body enters the foot, the tissue will start reacting. There will be inflammation. There will be pain. There will be uncomfortable feeling. It will become very tender. If anybody touches that, oh, it gives a lot of pain. Then what we do? We take another foreign body. And another foreign body is another thorn. And then remove the first thorn. And both the thorns are thrown away. Then what will happen? Slowly that tissue reaction, because of which there was inflammation, and that tissue reaction will slowly cool down and the foot will come to its normal state. What is a normal state? No pain. If this example is clear, normal state is no pain, no disturbance, no expectations, no frustration. But then what happens? In our normal mind, a foreign body enters. Now, what enters in our mind? That to which we have given importance and value. That enters our mind. See? Like we all were seeing these flowers here, is it not? They have not entered our mind. But my dear Ravi, he was also seeing that. But that has entered in his head. Then, when we went for something in a shopping mall, There he purchased these red Valentine flowers and brought them here. And those which were dead flowers, remove them and put the new one. See? Because he has given importance to perfection. And because of that, which was seen by every one of us, but it didn't enter our mind, it entered his mind. Then a desire. Let me go and get some flowers, then I can replace it. And suppose he is not able to do that, he will be disturbed. So, what is the cause of disturbance? The desire. Think. And what is the desire? Desire is expectations. There are three stages. The other day, probably I told you. First is knowing, then desiring, and then action. Janati, ichhati, karoti. Three things. That which is not known to us, we don't desire. See? And when something is known, immediately the desire is born. This is how the telemarketing technique is. They put on the TV all kinds of things. And then they tell, oh, this machine is so good, it can do such a wonderful job. And if you buy this machine on MRP, it will cost you 21,000 rupees. But now, if you order right now, you will get it for 21 rupees. Immediately you order, and then the machine comes, and then it's only a plastic bound, nothing else. When I don't know, I don't desire. See? So, what is important in life? We must know that the divine experience is hidden from us by the covering of the desires. Don't you desire? You are divine. See, river waters also move, and the ocean waters also move. Now, what is the difference between the movement of these two waters? In case of the rivers, the river or the waters have urgency to attain fulfillment, therefore, it is running towards the ocean. Now, ocean doesn't have to reach anywhere, and yet the ocean is moving. Now, what is the difference? The difference for the river waters is necessity, and the movement of the oceanic water is fulfillment. Therefore, a wise man lives in this world like any average man, but he is not becoming withdrawn and going into depression. He is very much dynamically involved in this world, and yet he is beyond the limitations of this world. Now, how to practice this? If this is what is the experiencing divinity, it's very simple, it's not difficult. It's the technique or art of how you interact with the world. There are few techniques which are told in our scriptures. First, if you are in front of an elderly person, what should be the method of giving up all desires? One simple technique. You ask him to talk about whatever he wants to talk, you don't have to listen. And have respect and reverence for the elders. You can't change them. They're a gone case. We, as the seeker, we have to change. Now, those who are of our age group, With them, what should be our interaction? Friendly. Be a friend to a friend. Those who are younger than us, with them, an attitude of forgiveness. It's okay, it happens, don't worry. And those who are the problematic characters in the society, toward them, if we are a seeker of the truth, be indifferent. Don't spoil your mind. With this attitude, when we start living, then elders we talk with reverence, then friends we talk friendly, youngsters we forgive, and other people we are ignorant, we are indifferent. But main thing you are not telling Swamiji, what is that? You are not telling how to talk to the wife and husband. That is our basic problem. Oh, it is so simple. When the wife is talking, husband should keep quiet. And when the wife is quiet, husband should not talk. There will be peace within, without. Try this. You'll be always happy. So, Prajahati yada kaman sarvan parthamanogatan. Bhagavan says, Arjun, when one is able to delete all the possible desires entertained by the mind, sarvan manogatan kaman prajahati, all desires. When that is discarded, oh, that we do when we are in deep sleep, no desire. No, 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 not that way. Then, atpanne vatpana tushtaha. Freedom from desire doesn't mean depression. Depression and dispassion, they look alike. A person who is in depression, he is withdrawn. And a person who is in dispassion, he is also withdrawn. Now, what is the difference? A person withdrawn through unhealthy condition of the mind is called as depression. A person withdrawn from the world by the healthy mind is called a dispassion. And a dispassionate person will never be miserable in life. Because living at zero expectation level, once we have distributed in India simple stickers, they became very popular. I just casually sat down and wrote something and we made stickers and it's free. So many of them took. And the sticker was very simple. We made a nice design and all that. And it was, we live here at zero complaint level. When we got that sticker made, that girl who did it for me, she says, Swamiji, first sticker you put in our house by your hand. So all complaints will disappear. I said, okay, I was putting, no, no, not on the door, put it there so that everybody can see. So I have to climb the chair and then put it over there. So I can't see properly whether it's exactly parallel to the ceiling or not. It became like, Best Buy, little Teda. It became like that. When I fixed it there, they said, Swamiji, wait, it is not straight, do it properly. I said, read it loudly. We live here at zero complaint level. Don't complain. Life becomes so beautiful. Freedom from desires means no complaint. Our problem is we have complained about everything in this world, including God. If God is there, why so many bad things are happening? Therefore, real divinity is experienced by us when we are no more the victims of this virus called as desire. Prajahati yada kaman sarvan parthamanogata. In Gujarat, there is a place called as Bhimpura near Chanod. Very beautiful place. And there is a ashram of Anandamaima. There we go every year. We have a retreat there for 1 week. And when we all sit for taking food together, then one of the important person there, he chants prayers. Brahmarpanam, Brahmavi, Brahmagno, everything. Then after that is over, then he says, Shri Shri Anandamayi Mata ki jai, Anandeshwar Mahadeva ki jai. A dozen jai, 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 jaikara continues. And at the end he says, Aaj ka bhojan, sabhi, then all the people say, Bahut acha hai, without eating. And once they say, Aaj ka bhojan bahut acha hai, then they cannot complain. So sometimes there is no salt in the food. And then everybody start looking at each other. How is food? Bhojan bahut acha. Such a great fun. Try this technique. Whatever is there is perfectly all right. See? But what God has given us, that we don't like. See? If you see this thing, those girls who have got straight hair, they want the hairs to be curly. And those who have got curly hair, they want to straighten them. Those who are fair, they will burn themselves in the sun so that they should become tanned. And those who are originally tanned, they will do so much of makeup. And then they want the face recognition by the mobile phone. And after that lady came from the heavy rains and wanted to call her husband, and the phone is to be switched on, face recognition. Phone refuses, you are not that. Everything washed away. See, friends, as we are, be happy with it. And once this technique you take, you will see, you will have no problems at all. This is what is called as devotion to the Lord. So, what is the meaning of meditation for the wise man? This is the meditation. Not sitting in one posture for half an hour, meditation, rest of the day, frustration. No. We live 24/7 in meditation. Meditation is God expressing through us. Now, what will be the expression of God through us? In the language of devotion. Look at the world as God looks at his own creation. See how the parents look at their children. Their perception of their children is different. And the third person looking at the child is different. Now, what is the difference? The difference is, for the parents, children are their own extension. But for the other person, oh, they are not disciplined. They are making too much of noise. The wise man is told that the whole world is nothing but your own expanse. And be attentive, that which is included in the definition of I, we don't desire that. So there are two techniques of getting freedom from desires. One is follow the path of devotion. All that is needed for us, the Lord takes care. Ananya chintayanto mam ye jana paripasate tesham nityabhiyuktanam yogakshemam vahamyaham. He takes care. Relax. When the God expresses through us, he is called as a devotee. Divine expressing through man is called as devotee. Mahatma. And from the knowledge point of view, यस्मिन् सर्वाणि भूतानि आत्मा एव अभूत विजानतः तत्र कम मोह का शोकः एकत्वमनुपश्यतः. Ishavasya says, when a person comes to discover this whole world is nothing but me, then how there can be any problem? Like, I know teeth is me, I know the tongue is me, although they are separate from each other. And when sometime the tongue is beaten by the teeth, the tongue doesn't take the teeth to the dentist to be removed. Because although there is separateness, although they are different from each other, although they are functionally different, yet they are me. See, friends, this subtle vision, when it is discovered, developed, then freedom from desire happens. Desire always happens about others. You can never have desire about yourself. Therefore, experiencing the divine is desire-free experience. The moment desire is born, the otherness is created. In our deep sleep experience, there is no sense of otherness. Therefore, there is no desire. Therefore, we are nobody. Therefore, we are happy. Why we struggle if we don't get sleep? We go, doctor, I don't get sleep. Very good, you are realized. No, 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 I must get sleep. Be attentive. Exactly what happens when the sleep happens? We slowly withdraw from everything. Everything is dropped. And ultimately we come to a point which cannot be dropped. We can never experience our absence. This eternal presence is experienced in day-to-day life when the covering of desire is not allowed to mask it. See, this is the meaning of experiencing divine in and through daily life. But if you see, our whole life is full of this way, that way. I want this, I want that. No, 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 never. You'll remain relaxed, cheerful, and happy. Number one. Now, second question was, Kim Prabhasheta? Arjuna asked, how does this wise man with steady wisdom, how does he interact with the world? Speaking is interaction. See? How this wise man interact with the world? Now the teacher gives a very beautiful example. He tells, दुःखेषु अनुद्विग्नमनाः सुखेषु विगतस्पृहः वीतरागभयक्रोधः स्थितधिः मुनि उच्यते. Now here is experience of God or abidance in divine. According to 6th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, only two principles are involved in God realization. When you go home, this verse from Bhagavad Gita, 6th chapter, 7th verse, if I am correct. जितात्मनः प्रशान्तस्य परमात्मा समाहितः शीतोष्णसुखदुःखेषु तथा मानापमानयोः. Paramatma Samahitaha means he is now abiding in the divine experience. Paramatma Samahita. Who? Two conditions. Shita Ushna Sukha Dukkheshu Jitatmanaha. First condition. When all the complementary pairs, they come in our life. What are the complementary pairs? Many people translate the Dvandva as pairs of opposite. I don't subscribe to that translation or understanding. They are not opposite. They are complementary. If health is important because there is disease. Life is important because there is death. Riches are important because there is poverty. They are not opposed, they are complementary. See? So, what are the complementary pairs in our life? Joy, sorrows. Even if you are a Bengali and you keep on eating rasgulla, after some time you will get disgusted. You want chutney in between. This is what life is, in fact. Therefore, life bounces against us always in the form of these complementary opposites. When this is happening, then the question comes, how do we interact with this? There is only one interaction. Jitatmanaha. Here Atma means the mind. So when the complementary pairs of experiences come and dash against us, the equanimity of our mind doesn't get disturbed. Mind remains equanimous. Jitatmana. For us, if somebody says something, aha, we are very happy. If somebody doesn't, we feel very low. See, friends, this is the definition of ego. Ego means he who is constantly seeking attention. And to seek attention, what we do? We pretend, I am miserable, I am lonely, I am lost, I am unfortunate. If you are careful, happy, who will care for you? But if you are going there, you, uh, what happened, what happened, what happened? If you come and ask me first, why I have to do this drama? See, friends, simple rule. When miseries come in our life, be very attentive. We can attribute miseries to others, the cause of misery to others. If I am a husband, cause of my misery is wife. If I am a wife, cause of my misery is my husband. If I am a mother, cause of my misery is my son. If I am a son, the cause of my misery is my Hitler father. No problem. Perfectly all right. But after the miseries come in our life, we all become miserable by our choice. Don't choose to be miserable. This freedom is given to us. See, my friends, like you, we all do, when you enter any country, they give you the form to be filled in. They are all dumb questions. And you have to answer them only yes and no, nothing else. So they ask you a question, are you a member of a terrorist organization? Yes and no. You say no. You are not compelled to say yes. Are you carrying deadly weapons on your person? Yes or no. Are you carrying some vaccines or biological material? Yes or no. Exactly the same way, when we were entering in this world, Bhagwan said, Anityam asukham lokam imam prapya. You are entering the world which is anitya, which is temporary, asukham, which is full of miseries. Welcome to this temporary but miserable world. Question is asked. Only one question. Do you want to be miserable? Options are given. Yes and no. Those who say yes, Bhagavan will say, Tathastu. And all the miseries will be specially diverted towards him. Now tell me, what sadhana we have to do? We don't have to do anything. Interact intelligently, not intellectually. What is the difference between intelligent and intellectuals? Intelligent people are never miserable. Intellectuals are intelligently miserable. They justify. So, Amiji, if this happens to your life, then you will understand. See, friends, don't justify being miserable in life. That is experiencing divinity. And once you practice this, see, these examples which I have given in so many places and you have been hearing, maybe a repetition for you. It's a very simple example. One day one lady came to me in Bombay and I was enjoying my nice cup of tea. When I prepare my own cup of tea and take, I am really in meditation. But that time, makhi aake gir gayi. One lady came and said, Swamiji, what are you doing? I said, I was waiting for death. No, 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 don't say that. No, now waiting is over. You have come. What can I do? Swamiji, I am very miserable. Immediately, I became Narsimha Rao and became so angry with her. I said, shut up. Repeat after me, whatever I say. Then I told her, say, I am happy. But Swamiji, I said, now I'll give you one. Simply repeat what I am telling. Then poor lady, she never expected I can behave like that. So, Swamiji, she simply say, I am happy. I am happy. I am happy. I say, you have to say 108 times. Take the mala, do 100. Sri Ram, Jai Ram. No, no, now Jai Ram. I am happy. I am happy. Slowly started. As the number continued, I am happy, I am happy, I am happy, I am happy, I am happy. The more she continued, the tone changed. Then I said, Mama, stop now. Now tell sincerely. Are you really miserable? No, that way. Refuse to be miserable. This is the highest spiritual practice. Being happy doesn't mean laughing like a mad fellow. Hey, hey, what happened? Being happy. No. Refuse to be miserable. No complaints. No desires. Relax. Always in the present. Fully available. Whatever we are doing. The ultimate of the spiritual life is we are 100% present wherever we are, for whatever thing we are supposed to be, we are 100% present. Means what? Means now I am a speaker, so I am 100% a speaker. Now you are Shrota, listener. So you have to be 100% Shrota. But are we 100% Shrota? Some of us are Shrota, some of us are Sota, some of us are Sarota. What spirituality? It's such a simple thing. Wherever you are, whenever you are, whatever you are 100%. But what happens with us? When we are in a beautiful place, so we don't enjoy that. Say today we went to one garden. When I saw that garden, oh beautiful, nice, everything is over. But one thought came in my mind. When I saw that beautiful garden, thought came in my mind. And I was going to talk, but then I remembered my own mantra. देखो, सुनो, बोलो मत. See, hear, don't talk. Otherwise, see, this exactly like that. When we went to that place, who asked you? This is a very important aspect of spiritual life. Comparison of place, comparison of time, comparison of experiences, and this is how we refuse to remain in the present. Therefore, here the technique is jitatmanaha prashantasya paramatma samahitaha shitoshna sukha dukkheshu. So the world comes to us in the form of these complementary experiences. These will not disturb our equipoise. 50% realized. Now the second part, remaining half, 50%. Manapamanayoho prashantasya. The world comes to us in these two forms. One, experiences, and second, respect and disrespect. There is no third thing. So when there is respect or disrespect, is our equanimity disturbed? When somebody respects us, we feel we are great. When somebody doesn't respect, these people don't have manners, how to behave with Mahatmas. See? Disturbed. I will never go to that place again. They don't know how to respect elders. Those who demand respect, they don't command. Therefore, I told you very simple definition of experiencing divinity. Divine is that experience where you are not extraordinary. Let us drop all the extra that we are carrying as a burden on our head. The extra is I am man, I am woman, I am young, I am old, I am rich, I am poor, I am educated, uneducated. So many things. One more, I am spiritual. See? North, east, west, south is spatial space. And only space is non specific. Man, woman, young, old, husband, wife, brother, sister, rich, poor is specific existence. Just being is non specific. Then we don't have to struggle for anything. Like probably I told you here or somewhere, when I went to somebody's place, a typical Marwadi family, following all the rules, regulations of Dharma Shastra. So when I went, they said, Swamiji, you moved to so many places. Do you have to take food sometime in the hotels? I said, yes, I take sometime. You take food in hotels, but Mahatmas don't take outside food. How come you take? I said, my rules are very peculiar. What? I take only outside food. He said, how come? I said, I have no house. So what you call as your house food is outside food for me. See, friends, we put ourselves in such a small box, and whole life, our thinking is in that small box. Break the box, come out of it. See, what is being a non-specific and specific? What is being ordinary and extraordinary? One story I'll tell you. There was a guru and a disciple. They were walking along the Ganges one day, one evening. They reached a village, outside the village. Then they decided, let us halt here tonight. So the Guru said, okay, beta, anyway, I don't get sleep, so I'll be sitting near Gangaji, chant Lord's name. You go in that village, in that field, there is a platform raised. You can go and sleep there. Nobody will come here now. It's night. So the disciple goes there and sleeps. Then that night, the owner of that particular place comes, 10 o'clock or 11 o'clock, with a lantern in the hand and sees. And he says, who is here? So the disciple says, don't you see? I am a Mahatma. And he gets nice hitting and is thrown out. Next day, then the Guru Maharaj says, beta, let us go to the next place. No, Maharaj, I like this place very much. We'll stay here. Then that evening he said, Maharaj, tonight you go and take rest over there. I will be near Ganges. Okay. Maharaj goes there and sits quiet. He doesn't lie down. He sits quiet. Again that man comes with the lantern in the hand. And he sees this Mahatma is quiet, sitting. So the moment that man sees, he said, "Oh Maharaj, aa gaye, very good, very good," and all kinds of reception and talking about this, that, and all that, giving nice food and milk and everything, doing seva. Next morning he gets down, and disciple is waiting. Guru Maharaj, how was it? Oh, God has sent such a great person. He did seva, पैर को दबाया, मालिश किया, everything has happened nicely. He said, how come it happened? Then he tells the truth. I was beaten by that man. How come he did it to you? What is the reason? He said, you must have become somebody. Tell what happened. He said, I was lying down, I went there to sleep, so I was lying down. This man came, I don't know who is he. He asked me, who are you? He said, I am a Mahatma. He said, this is what you have done mistake. Don't become Mahatma. Be attentive. Man is being. Husband, man becomes. Man is being. Father, the man becomes. This becoming is not the real. Being is the real. And once you look within yourself, you'll come to know we are all disturbed and frustrated always as somebody. So man has become husband. Now husband is miserable. Man is never miserable. Now that husband is trying to justify, he is miserable because of the wife. Then he becomes a father. Then the father is miserable because of the son, not because of the wife. Then he becomes a father-in-law. Then he becomes miserable because of the son-in-law. So who is becoming miserable? Man is never miserable. All those who have become, they are miserable. Therefore, the real spiritual practice is don't become anybody, remain simple. And the rule is we don't have to prove anything to anybody in this world. Be yourself. But our whole life is this struggle. Holier than thou. Those who are um, lazy like me, there is a chance that they will improve. Give up laziness. Those who are angry like me, there is a chance that they may give up anger. But those who get up early in the morning, finish their prayers, do their meditation, do their exercise, don't eat onion, garlic, don't go to the shopping mall, don't go anywhere, constantly doing the japa in the name of the Lord and having all the signs of spirituality, never see movies, never watch TVs, never talk about politics. Now, what improvement can be brought in him? Then, I am not like others. Get up late in the morning. I get up at 4. I am not like others, eating non-vegetarian every day at home. I eat alternate days in the hotel. See, our goodness is used to compare with the weaknesses of the people. Those good people who talk about ill about others, are they good? See, friends, because we have become extraordinary. Don't become extraordinary. Remain simple. See, extraordinary is artificial. Ordinary is natural. Pure consciousness has become a waker, waker is miserable. Consciousness is not miserable. Pure consciousness has become a dreamer, dreamer is miserable. Consciousness is not miserable. Being is spiritual life, becoming is samsara. Therefore, when Bhagavan Krishna tells Arjun how the wise man responds in this world, this is the technique. And this technique can be practiced by every one of us, and this can be done with one simple rule. Apply this rule on yourself. Every experience of our life is a spiritual examination. Every experience, good or bad. When we take every experience as a spiritual examination, then we have to be prepared. And examinations are always difficult for those who are not prepared. See? One day a school teacher, she taught the children maths. 1 plus 1 is equal to 2, 11 plus 11 is equal to 22, 111 plus 111 is equal to 222. Understood? Yes. Homework given, bring it tomorrow. Next day, everybody did. One boy didn't do. What about you? I have not done. Why? He got up and said, Miss, simple examples you have done. Difficult you have given to us. 1 plus 1, 2, I can also do. You have given 7 plus 9. Where are so many fingers? Those who complain about life, they are not taking life as a spiritual examination. And here there is no choice. We have to win. We have to be correct. And what is the homework? This is the homework. Take every experience of life as God sent message. Change the direction of your life. Don't we do this? When there is a tooth pain, we go to the dentist and then he takes care. But if we simply keep on taking the painkillers, then it will become so bad that it may turn out to be a cancer. Therefore, my friends, let us take this as the real experience of divinity. Every painful experience is a bell rung by the Lord. Come on, you are not in this world for this purpose. The purpose of your arrival in this world is only one, that you become my instrument through which I can express. The mic has no purpose. The one who is using the mic, he has a purpose. But this mic can remain between you and me when? When it is perfect. If the mic starts making its own noise, sometimes the mics make. They have their electronic onkar, hum. Sometimes the mics start clearing their own throat, kar 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 kar. Then what do we do? Such a mic, throw it away. Exactly. Let him express through us. And divine expression is only happiness. Can you imagine a Mahatma crying, frustrated? What happened? No disciple listens to me. Imagine, you can't even imagine that. One of my friend, he had an ashram. And sometimes I used to go and spend time with him. So he adopted one child from that village. And then he trained him, right from childhood. Sandhya Vandanam, then chanting, and then Sanskrit, and then the Bhagavad, Ramayana, everything he taught him. And by the time the child became about 19 or so, so he was now ready to take over his position. But it so happened that the child died suddenly for whatever reason. When the child died, all the villagers came, and when they came, this friend of mine, Mahatma, he started crying like mad, pathetically crying. And everybody was consoling him. Mahatma ji, you only taught us all that is born has to die. This is samsara. And why you are crying so much? Don't teach me what I taught you. No, my this boy, I have brought him up so that he can become the next Mahatma. Now who will take again very pathetically crying. I was observing the whole thing. Then he said, Swamiji, you come with me, these people don't understand. So I went with him to his room. The moment we went to his room, he closed the room. He said, you take black tea without sugar. He said, not yes. I said, what happened? He said, look here. If I do not cry, all these people will start crying. Then I have to console all of them. What I have done, I started crying. So all became wise. And I was relaxed. Don't trust Mahatmas. They never love anybody. They never hate anybody. In one house I went, that Amma, after giving me food when I was going away, and she was crying. I said, Amma, don't cry. Yaar. So her husband said, Swami is calling you Amma. Don't get carried away. The one who has left his original mother, do you think he's going to hold on to the temporary one? If you hold on to anything, you will become special. Be with everyone 100%, but don't stick to anyone 100%. Then see the joy. 100% presence is love. 100% presence is wisdom. 100% presence is God realization. 100% presence is fulfillment in life. For love, I'll give an example and then conclude. There was one mother, page 3 mother, high five brand, and she was reading some useless novel. And a daughter wanted to talk to her. Mummy, I want to ask you some question. Not better, don't you see mummy is reading after some time? Again, she buried herself in the book. Again, the child came. Mummy, I want to ask you some question. No, beta, a little later. Third time, the child could not stop. Came, put her beautiful small little hands around the face of the mother, pulled the face towards herself. Mummy, look at me and listen. Means what? 100% presence. That is pure love. See, friends. And then out of anger, okay, what is your question? Ask. Disturbing again and again. What is your question? Mummy, is there life after? I know you people go to these classes of useless thing after life after death and all that. Who told you that? No, mummy, that is not my question. What is the question? Mummy, is there life after? Yes, after death. Is it not? No, you don't allow me to talk. Okay, talk. Mummy, is there life after marriage? Mummy closed the book and took the baby for a walk. See, friends, don't become serious in life. There is nothing worth serious. Let Him express through us. All that is necessary, that alone happens to us. Every small little thing. When we go to the hospital, what is to be given to us as treatment? We don't decide, doctor decides. In the same manner, in this universal hospital we have come, what is necessary for our departure, healthy way from this Samsara, once for all, the divine doctor decides. And according to that, he gives the treatment. Somebody's finger is amputated, somebody's appendix is removed, somebody's a stink is put over, a stain is put over there, somebody's operation is done, somebody is given a very comfortable place to stay. Everything is exactly as needed. Nothing happens in this world accidentally. Once you take this attitude, then you come to know we all culminate in one point. We are in this world only to express divine presence. No other purpose. Like mic has only one purpose. Anybody who holds this, his voice should be communicated to others without mixing his own voice. Exactly the same way. Let him express through us. And his expression through us is called as experiencing divine divinity. And there is only one, we must express only happiness. Give it a try and be happy. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnaat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om. Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om.